All right, Preneurs, everyone is either starting to invest right now or already is. Well, do you even know the things you need to do before you start investing? Well, here's your top 6. Let's get right into it. Welcome back, Preneurs. Are you an investor? Do you want to get into investing? Well, guess what? I believe this video is going to help you. Here's your top 6 reasons that I think that you should learn these different things before you start actually investing. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 is actually build an emergency fund. And when I say emergency fund, I mean you got to have a fund that you do not know about. I'm talking about the fund that's secret. All right, you got to have that. Why? Because when you're investing, things can happen, and you know there's risks, there's variables that you can't control. And so if you ever get in a bind financially, you're going to want to make sure that you have a safety net. All right, you want the safety net that's under the safety net that's under the safety net. Emergency fund will provide that if you ever get in a terrible situation when it comes to investing. Number 2 is that you want to position yourself to pay all your debts. All right, when I say debts, there is good debt and there is bad debt. I'm talking about bad debts. I'm talking about debts that unfortunately are just pulling away from, again, your cash flow. It's pulling away from your fixed expenses that you have to take care of each and every day, your responsibilities. It puts you in a bind. You want to make sure that you don't have any crazy liabilities when you start investing, because if investing ever goes into the wrong direction, and this also goes into the wrong direction, which is your bad debts at the same time, that can put you literally in a bad situation which you don't want to be in. Number 3 is that you want to make sure that before you start investing that you want to set goals and priorities. Okay, you want to literally have a target. Okay, what are your goals? What are your priorities? What are things you want to hit on a cash flow basis? There's certain type of incomes you want to be at. You know, where you want to be in maybe your business expansion, maybe where you want to be, you know, in different things in your family. There's a different set goals and priorities, all right, that have to do with your money before you start investing. Why? Because you want to make sure that, again, that you're always in a position that you have safety. Okay, safety, security. Investing is kind of weird, like it's like contradictory, right? How can you literally start investing but have safety and security? You can control what you can control. There's things that when you invest you cannot control, but you can't control your goals and your priorities. So this is something I highly recommend that you look into. That brings us to number 4, which is you better know your cash flow. Why? Because when you're investing, right, things can go up and they can go down very quickly, right, with no notification. I think it's kind of weird, you know, when you're investing in different things that you can get notifications for weather, right? I live in Texas. I mean, literally it can be 92 degrees and then there could be a thunderstorm, like in literally 5 seconds from now. Like that's how it works, right? That's how investing works sometimes too. You look at a company, you start investing in a company, you're like, man, it's going to take off and it's doing great. All of a sudden go boom, it's like, oh, what happened? And all of a sudden it goes up again. That can happen, right? Right. So you got to be prepared to know what your cash flow is, so you know how much money to invest in certain areas. So you have to have a rule. You have to have a system behind that. You know, maybe you have a certain amount of income that you receive. How much of that percentage do you invest? Right? Maybe you invest 5% of whatever your fixed income is every month, every week, every time you get a check. You want to have a system for that. Not emotional all the time, but also make sure that you have a system that you can scale. But if you don't know this cash flow, all right, and you over here you get $5,000 and you go and invest a full $5,000 and the next month you got $4,000, you just keep going everywhere because it's not systematic, you can hurt yourself. All right, so you want to make sure that you know your cash flow so that you can have a system to be able to scale the right way. That brings us to number 5, which is tracking your net worth. Okay, do you even know the formula to track your net worth? I actually did a video on that, probably pop up right here, on how to track your net worth and how to position it the right way. But you want to know your net worth. All right, you want to make sure that, again, you know exactly where you're at on that scale, all right, before you start investing, so that you can increase your net worth. But you can never grow something that you don't know what it is. So if you cannot measure it, you can never grow it. You can never scale it. So you want to make sure you know what it is before you can start investing. And that brings us to our last one, which is understand the basics. So what are you investing in? It's the real question, right? So what are you investing in? Banking? Are you doing stock market? Are you investing in crypto? Are you investing in real estate? Are you investing in businesses? Are you investing in people? Like, what are you putting your money into, right? You want to understand the basic fundamentals of whatever you're doing. You don't want to go in there blind and be able to start just putting your money in all different places and not understand the rules, because you can never win a game you don't know the rules of. So understand the basics of what you're investing in, the environment, what you can control, what you cannot control. If you can understand that, you can provide more security around, again, getting hurt when you step into the investing world. So I believe these 6 things right here, okay, can position you to make sure that you are a very intelligent investor, that you actually position yourself to be a successful investor. Because if you're going to play this game, let's make sure you win it. So go ahead and tag someone else that's either a current investor or someone that's looking to actually start investing for themselves coming into this year. And make sure again that you click on that notification if you haven't already, so you're updated with all the new videos we have in the future for you. And make sure you're increasing 1% daily. Why? Because we want to help you increase your profit, your passion, and your purpose. We'll see you guys on the next one.